Hey, what's going on, guys? Gdoggcasey here with some NHL 2016 for the PS4. I decided that since I had the game, I wanted to try to, squeeze some content out of it for the YouTube channel. So I allowed it to fill up a slot here in my schedule, and we're going to be doing a Be a GM season mode with the Ottawa Senators. Now, I'm going to be treating it more as just like a single season mode for now. I don't really have plans to, create this huge dynasty and all that type of thing and go way into the future with the game. Not at the moment. For now, I just want to treat it as sort of like a season mode and just see where we can get in one season with the Ottawa Senators. We're taking a look at the lineups here. Pretty well balanced, I think. Of course, we have Erik Karlsson, the defenseman, who is our captain as well. And we're going to be relying on him for some offense. And here's just a quick look at the settings that I'm using here. I'm trying to provide at least a somewhat realistic amount of shots per game and amount of goals and things like that. So I'm increasing the penalties and increasing the penalty time scaling in hopes that, getting a penalty is going to be a little bit more punishable because the power plays are only like a minute long with the way it was scaled before. So going to change that. And our first game of the season is going to be in Buffalo versus Buffalo. And we're going to take a look, excuse me, guys. We're going to take a look at some of this presentation here early on for the NHL game, and it's pretty good. I mean, the graphics are really good. The presentation is really good. Like, I like the way everything looks and how the commentators sound and things like that. So far has been pretty good. So that's my that's my sort of quick review on that. As we have Craig Anderson starting for the Ottawa Senators, and there's a look at his record. Pretty even. Goals against average is probably a little high for his liking, but we'll see what we can do with him in the game this year. As we are kicking things off here early in the game, the Sabres got the puck in the offensive zone, and whoa, that was a little bit close there. And a bad giveaway from Anderson sets up a decent scoring chance for the Sabres, but Anderson will recover and grab that puck. Now Sabres still continue to attack, wide open in the slot there, and just missed the net. And again, he gets a second shot, and Anderson makes another nice pad save as the Sabres are still cycling the puck around here in the offensive zone. Finally, Ottawa takes it out, and now it looks like they're going to be on the attack here later on in the period. And that is Hoffman, I believe, who is going to get a slight scoring chance there. Nothing too crazy. Here we have Stone trying to set something up in the offensive zone for Ottawa, now cycling it through the defenders. A shot is going to miss the net, but Ottawa's going to continue to keep the puck here and cycle around, look for someone. Stone again with the shot, but it's going to be blocked up front, and it looks like he's just going to end up collapsing or whatever, and the play just ends with that. Chris Neal gets a nice slap shot from the right side, and it causes a little bit of havoc here. Actually, Neal getting the puck back, and they're going to dump this one back behind the net and allow Ottawa to set up here as Karlsson is going to take a point shot. Oh, he fakes the slap shot, comes in, and just misses the net, it looks like there, and that is a scoring chance, but not converted on. As Buffalo bringing the puck in, Anderson has to flash the leather on that one, and just a nice little shot there. Now, as the first period is winding down, McCulloch gets off a decent shot that's swiped from the Buffalo goalie as well, and it sets up a rush here for Buffalo. Kane shoots it, and he actually scores on the short side, I believe, with that kind of bad angle shot there. Anderson lets that one go by him, and that's going to be the first goal of the game for the Buffalo Sabres. They're going to take a 1-0 lead on the Evander Kane wrist shot here. We're going to get one more look at it as he nearly loses the puck and then just snaps it right past on the short side, and that's going to be a goal. So Ottawa's going to have to respond here as Turris is coming up into the slot. He's going to take a shot, and then that's going to get picked up by Ryan behind the net, and they're just going to give that away. But the giveaway again for Buffalo, Karlsson takes a slap shot that goes off the pads of the Buffalo goalie, and it looks like, are they gonna, oh, here's another giveaway by the defense, and this time Hoffman setting up and just missing the net on that. And that was a nice little series of scoring chances for Ottawa, but again, failing to convert on those chances and haven't scored yet. As we have Hoffman now behind the net looking to find someone open to pass to. He's actually just going to shoot and just missed the net, as Turris is going to grab that rebound, though, and he ends up getting the puck poked away from him, but it's kept in by Chris Phillips with a huge slap shot, and that is going to end up being given right back to Ryan, and he takes a huge slap shot, and the scoring chances are really starting to pile up here for Ottawa, but still, the Buffalo goalie playing really well, and holding them in this game, and they still have the lead. Oh, that huge giveaway, and McCulloch is going to take a shot, miss the net, but he gobbles up the puck once again, and he's not able to get a second shot off, as that is another chance squandered. And again, Ottawa on the offense here, and wow, that little stick poke from Stone almost got them a garbage goal, but it doesn't actually go through. Here we have Buffalo on the offense now, and taking a big slap shot off the shoulder of Anderson, and it looks like he's going to keep the puck. Sorry, he's going to keep the puck and center the puck in front of Anderson, but he makes the save. And now on the rush here for Ottawa, that's Stone with a very similar goal to Kane's earlier goal, except this one was on the far side and a little bit more impressive in my opinion. But we're going to take a look at that in just a second as Mark Stone gets the first goal of the season for the Ottawa Senators, just on the wrist shot here, right past the goalie's blocker, and he just wasn't ready for it there. So that's going to tie it up here. Now we're in the third period. We have Ryan going to try to set something up for Turris. He takes a shot, it gets blocked, and the centering pass here is going to be fanned on by Ryan, and that is not going to go through, as Buffalo now on the offense looking for a chance to score and take the lead. He's going to center the pass, and Kane getting that over to another player for a nice little shot there, but Anderson is in position. Now, a few minutes later, we have McCulloch in Buffalo's zone here, going to try to start a cycle of the puck here. And the defenseman is going to sort of hit that one off the defender here, but Ottawa retains possession. And now we have Weirkosh, I think that's how you say his name, with the slap shot, and he actually puts that one top shelf and gives gives a goal to the Ottawa Senators to take the lead here in the middle of the third period. That's a blistering slap shot we're going to see from, I'm going to say Weirkosh, I don't know, but he scores that, and that is going to give the Sens a lead. So as the period continues on here, Ottawa going to try to put on some more pressure. Chris Neal is going to take a slapper. That rebound is open for Pajot, who puts that one in the wide open net, and that's going to give the Senators an insurance goal here in the third period, and that's going to make the game much more comfortable to play. Having that 2-goal lead just makes you feel much more comfortable. A nice setup shot here from Chris Neal, creating a rebound purposefully to get the puck over to Pajot, and he scores that pretty easily. Now, Buffalo looking like they're going to try to climb back into this game here. Giving up that goal is a little bit demoralizing. They keep the puck in the offensive zone for Ottawa, and Giunta just blasts that one right by the net. Here we have Weber trying to get something set up here, and that's going to be a block shot. But again, Buffalo continuing to put the pressure on, and actually Ottawa's going to have to cause a penalty just to sort of slow things down here. 9 minutes left in the third period. Buffalo on the power play, going to try to set something up here. Nice deflection there, but Anderson keeps it out, and the Sens will clear it out. Later on in the same power play, Buffalo is looking to try to do something. Nice pass there. O'Reilly misses the net, though, just wide. So the power play is killed off, and now there's only about 5 minutes left, and Buffalo is still continuing to pressure here, try to catch back up. And that one's going to be rang right off the post, as Ottawa does manage to clear out. Here we go with just a few minutes left in the game now. Buffalo still putting lots of pressure on, and Anderson needs to be on point, as he's making save after save here, and Buffalo continuing to cycle the puck around, finding an open shooter, and that one is going to be a pretty easy shot to save. And actually, ballsy move here from Anderson. He gives the puck away again. Foligno to Fisk, and that one just about went in, just a random chance. Holy crap, Anderson really standing on his head there and just doing a great job defending. Now Buffalo has the empty net, trying to continue to put pressure on, but Ottawa gets a second here with the puck, and that's all it's going to take to put in the empty netter for Hoffman, and that's going to seal the deal on this game. And that was a pretty exciting last few minutes of the game, I have to say, where Buffalo had quite a few chances to even up the score, and almost did so. But Anderson playing really well in net in the first game of the season. And that is going to do it here for this game, as the clock is now winding down. Just a couple seconds left, and Ottawa will take that win. And like I said, overall, a pretty good game. Anderson really showing us some good stuff. Our scorers were scoring. Even had a defenseman score a goal. And it's a good start to the season. Going to take a look at a few of these replays here from this game before we kick off to our next one. And I'm going to be doing these 2 games per show, at least for now, just to see how it goes. It looks like the videos are going to be pretty lengthy, but if I only did one game per video, then we'd have 82 videos and it would take way too long. It'd take more than a year to put out the series. So I'm going to do 2 per video and keep it under a year. So the next game is going to be against Toronto, and it's going to be in Toronto, and this is a huge rivalry, or at least it used to be. These days, it's still a rivalry, but both teams aren't really as good as they used to be back in like the 90s and the early 2000s. So, you know, they kind of just, no one really cares about their games anymore, which I can understand. But it's still, you know, for the old-timer Sens fans and the old-timer Leaf fans, there's always like angry blood in between these two teams, so it's nice to get one of these into the series nice and early on here in the first episode. Craig Anderson coming off a huge game, like we said before. Only 1 goal allowed with a .941 save percentage. That's really good. And we're going to kick things off here in Toronto for the second game of the season. Early on here, 5 minutes in, we have Toronto putting pressure on in the offensive zone for Ottawa. Slap shot. Holy, wow, Anderson makes 2 really quick saves there, and that was really close. That almost went in, but Anderson was on point and pushes that away, starting things off huge early on here as Anderson makes another ginormous save on the penalty kill, sorry. And here, as the power play is dwindling down, Toronto taking another shot, and this one is going to go in top shelf, and Anderson's going to allow that goal. Can't really blame him. There was a lot of defenders and just a lot of players in front of the net here, and I'm sure he didn't get a good look at this shot as it came flying in glove side. We'll take one more look at this replay here, as look at all those players right in front of Anderson, and he just doesn't see it. So you can't blame him for that one. It was on the power play for the Leafs, and it gives them a 1-0 lead. Turris is going to set up a shot here, and Hoffman is going to put in that rebound almost accidentally there, as that one just happened so quickly I wasn't even ready for it. Turris takes the shot, and the rebound just bounces over towards Hoffman, and he just sort of puts it in. Like it looks like he was hacking at it, but it's also looked a little bit accidental here from Hoffman. But that's going to tie the game up at 1-1 here later on in the first, and trying to set up another rebound goal here is the Senators. Hoffman spinning with the puck a little bit in the second period now, trying to set up a shot. He does, but that's a pretty terrible shot. Turris does manage to get the puck back, though, and he gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman's going to kick it back over to Turris, and behind the net now, just trying desperately to get anything going. Ryan now takes a shot, and the rebound goes right to Turris' stick, and he puts it in. Toronto goalie had no shot at that one. He made a nice save on the original shot, but the rebound just, it was like magnetized right to Turris' stick, and he puts it in instantly for the go-ahead goal here as we take a look at that replay. And Turris putting his team up front here, 2-1 in the second. Ottawa continuing to pressure here, trying to pile things on. Stone looking for someone to pass to. No one's open right now. Zibanejad is open, and he takes a shot, and that is a heater in the top shelf, and that's going to be the 3rd goal of the game, and providing some extra cushion here for Ottawa, not even halfway through the second period. And that was just a blast here from Zibanejad. Had a brief moment of being open there in the sort of high slot, and he puts that in with authority. So 3-1 Ottawa now. McCulloch is going to try to increase that lead even more as Smith gets a shot, and nice little save, and that's going to set up a rush here for the Leafs. Matthias is coming in looking for someone. It's going to be Robidas, and that is just, the puck is going all over the place, and then it just bounces in off the skate of this Leaf player. Can't quite catch his name yet, but it just goes right off his skate. So the referee's right in view of that. He's going to wave it off, and this one's actually going to go upstairs to be reviewed. As we can see here, it doesn't look like the player kicked it in, although it also looks like he didn't even have a stick in his hand. But it looked like it was kind of like an incidental deflection, or at least he didn't put any forward motion in his kick. So Leo Komorov, he's going to get the goal here for the Leafs, and that's going to bring them back to within 1. So halfway through the second here, we have Pajot bringing the puck in. Going to get it over to Chris Neal. Chris Neal's going to find Greening wide open in front of the net, and that was a beautiful pass and a beautiful finish here for Greening, and that's going to give Ottawa the 4-2 lead. And again, the goalie just didn't really have much chance at this one at all, as the play was set up beautifully by Chris Neal, and just a wide open net, and Greening does not miss. So that is going to increase the lead to 4-2, and the Leafs are going to have to try hard here to catch up. McCulloch is going to poke that puck away, get himself a breakaway, but unfortunately a disappointing sort of finish there for McCulloch, and he doesn't really manage to get much going with that. Later on here, as the second period is finishing up, Toronto gets a nice centering pass here and a shot, but Anderson is standing tall and blocking the shot with that nice pad save. Now as the second winds out, oh my god, Peugeot gets 2 quick shots. Neal, he's going to go for the rebound, misses the net. Greening is going to have a shot as well. And I think that's Reimer, who is just doing really well in net for Toronto.
That one's passed up the middle to Torres, and it's turned aside. Puck covered, whistle blown. Power play.
Now Toronto on the power play here in the Ottawa Senators zone. Ottawa's going to win that faceoff, but then give away the puck, and Lupul fans on the first shot, gets a second chance there, and almost puts it home there. But later on in the same power play, this one's winding down, 30 seconds left, and the Leafs are going to give it one last shot here. The defenseman takes a shot, and Kadri just barely misses that, and then sets up a beautiful pass for, who is that? For the Toronto player, who is able to put that one home nice and quick there. And that was a really nice pass by Toronto on the power play here. Kadri finding the player wide open in front. There's actually 2 players open, so pretty poor defensive play by Ottawa there. And Toronto pulls to within 1 here. As the third period winding down, Toronto putting on more pressure here. Nice save by Anderson on the one-timer. And more defensive giveaways right in front of the net here. And Anderson's having to make a lot of saves he shouldn't really have to, as we generate a rush now for Ottawa. Ryan's going to come in. He's going to put on the brakes, slap her to the top right corner, and that is going to be a goal for Ottawa Senators, and a 5-3 lead now as the third period is just about halfway done. Bobby Ryan finds a way to give the Sens a little bit more cushion here, and there's a lot of goal scoring in this game, lots of action, which is to be expected between these two rivals, and Ottawa's really standing up and coming out on top so far. But the game is not over yet. Awkward bounce off the inbound, and that guy's just going to score. He just sort of plays with the puck a little bit and just puts it in the net right behind Anderson, and that one is on Anderson. I think he should have been able to stop that shot, but I don't know. He was also alone with the goalie, and that's Matthias. And look at this. He's just all alone in front of Anderson. Defender couldn't get there in time. I don't know what you want to say about that one, but either way, the Sens still have a 1-goal lead, so they still are pretty comfortable, right? Well, the Leafs are continuing to pressure here, and this one goes in off the defender's skate as an own goal to tie the game. Anderson is not going to be happy about that one, as he stands absolutely no chance at saving this puck as it bounces right off the defender's skate here. We're going to take a look. He's trying to just knock the puck away. Actually, it wasn't his skate, it was his stick there, as he just puts it right in by mistake. And obviously, you know, he wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to knock the puck away, but instead he ends up knocking it into the net. So here we are late in the game now, 1 minute left in the third. Oh, that was close. MacArthur almost puts in that rebound shot off of Stone's shot, and Stone is going to continue to cycle the puck here, and Reimer will be able to make the save and cover that one up. 47 seconds left here. Face-off in the Leaf zone. Carlson gets it off the draw, and he puts that one in the back of the net from the point here. A couple defenders in front of the goalie, and that is going to be a goal within the last minute of the game to give the Senators back the lead, in which they kept giving up here to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we can see here, nice screen in front of the net, and Carlson's going to be able to put that one in on a sort of awkward angle, to be honest, but I ain't complaining. That's going to go in here. Reimer's not happy with that. And the Leafs have almost no time left to tie this up. Here is the clock winding out, and Ottawa's going to manage to take home the second game of the season as well, and a nice start to the year with a 2-0 opening start here for the Senators. And an exciting game here. The first one, you know, it was dealt with nicely, you know, by the Sens. They looked better, and they just sort of handled the game, and they won it. This game showed mistake after mistake from the Senators, and the Leafs really making them work hard to take this game home, and they did manage to with a goal in the last minute of the game. So nice start for the Senators. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a little bit long, a little bit tough on my throat. I'm sorry about that, but I'll see you guys in the next one.